Welcome to the Man Cave Podcast. This is your escape for real, unscripted conversations about sports, hobbies, life, and storytelling. No scripts, no forced takes, just Man Cave talk. Now, here's your host, Dan Casper.
All right, joining us right now, we've got a couple of fine gentlemen in studio, Steve Dayton and BJ Hollars from Fireside Productions, right?
Yeah.
Got a great movie coming out here, and got a shout out because first off, Ty from Slab Factory gave you guys a shout out last week too.
I heard about that.
Yeah, he said he was going to make some Kubb cards or something like that. So I don't know.
Be awesome.
Yeah,
I like that. It's a secret he hasn't shared with us yet.
Well, maybe I wasn't supposed to say anything.
You're the first to know, listening audience.
There you go. So, but hey, guys, thanks for stopping in and telling us about your latest projects.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. Absolutely. So, first of all, let's go back a little bit. What made you guys want to start Fireside Productions? What was this? How did this start? Or who's the brainchild behind it all?
Sure. Well, there's no brainchild involved. We're two dummies who were sitting around a fire one night kind of pitching ideas. And of course, Steve is sort of the film guy. He does all the media stuff, and I'm more of the writer-researcher guy. So we were just like, what is a cool local story that hasn't been covered before? And the first film, it's called When Rubber Hit the Road. It's about the tire plant closing and how our city bounced back. And when it won a Midwest Emmy, we couldn't believe it, and we thought we should keep at this. So Kings of Kubb is our follow-up.
Yeah, definitely. So, you kind of, is that how it started? So, I mean, has that always been like a dream of you guys to do documentaries or video production, or was this something that's kind of a spur of the moment type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I've always made movies on the side, and when BJ approached me about doing the Uniroyal documentary, I was like, yeah, this is something that we should do, and it's an important story. And then, we would still be by the fire and playing Kubb in the backyard, and conversations just continued that way.
That's awesome, because I've always joked, like, one of these days it'll never happen. I would love to do like a sports documentary. I love sports documentaries.
Yes.
You know, like Kubb Buck. I don't know if you know who, like Kubb Buck, former, he's from Eau Claire, 1920, or even before that. Played for the Wisconsin Badger football team, was Curly Lambeau's first big free agent signing for the Packers. Whoa. And was the first ever head coach at University of Miami in Florida. And he's an Eau Claire native. And I'm like, not a lot of people that's like, oh, I want to do a documentary of that stuff. I'm watching the Hulk Hogan documentary.
Oh, I saw it. Yep.
So, but I love this type of stuff. So I'm going to enjoy this convo.
What you can't see is BJ's writing down that idea.
Yeah. Just go on, Dan. But no, I mean, what's so cool about that idea, and that's what we try to do, is like tell the story in your backyard. Like the Hulk Hogan thing, a lot of people are in a good position to tell that story. But story about Kubb, story about that guy, you got to kind of know the terrain and connect with the people, and that's what we try to do.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, did you guys, are you Kubb players? Is that what kind of drew the interest there? Or was it just because I know, worldwide, it's big in Eau Claire?
Yeah, we had played kind of casually in the backyard, but I would drive by the soccer field while the Kubb championship was going on, and I'd see all these tents and all these people, and I was like, what is happening in there?
Yeah.
What is drawing people here? So that kind of sparked my curiosity.
So how long have you guys been working on this project?
We say 2 years. I think that's pretty close. Just under 2 years now. I remember, that first went to the pre-natties at the soccer park where the Nationals also held, and we didn't know anyone. This was 2025 early in
24,
June, 24 June, yeah. And I mean, just that trying to get the gumption to talk to these people and have them trust us. We got our big cameras out there, but over the course of these years, we've really connected with these people, and now we're part of that community, and it's just it's fun to be ingrained in these kind of microcosms in your own town.
What was, maybe, since you guys just kind of started this off a couple of years ago, maybe the biggest surprise that you guys encountered while learning more about this sport?
I would say the passion of the players is that I would play casually, and I kind of understood it, but then I went to Eau Claire Kubb League for the first time, and I was like, oh, these people take it to a whole different level. I mean, there's jerseys, there's cheering, there's fans of Kubb that come out to play. They travel all over to play this game, and dedication.
One of the big debates within the community is Kubb a game or a sport? And we like to say it's a lifestyle. It really is. I mean, just watching the commitment. I mean, these people train like athletes train for any other sport. I mean, some people will regularly spend 6 hours a day in the weeks leading up to national throwing a baton at a Kubb, and that's just to get that perfect shot down. And so I just really admire that kind of skill level and the willingness to really try to be the best in the world at something.
I know, I think it was a couple of years ago, I interviewed one of the world champions, and he's like, I'm on my way right now to go practice. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and they were going to go out there for hours to practice this. And I'm like, it kind of opened up my eyes. I'm like, man, this is bigger than what I even think it is.
And it can't be casual. I mean, we can certainly play in the backyard by the fire. You can hold a beer if you want to, but also you can be an elite athlete. The guy you're probably mentioning is Greg Jochimson. He's
Yes.
a big part of the film.
Yep.
And so following his journey was really eye-opening for us.
Yeah, and it seems like it's a Wisconsin sport too. The way you kind of describe it, right? By the fire, having a beer in the hand in the summer. It's like a Wisconsin sport.
We were born for this, yes.
Exactly. So, without giving away, first of all, we got the launch coming up, right? It's coming up here in just a couple days.
Yeah,
or
this
one day.
Thursday,
This
April
Thursday.
30th. Yes, at the Pablo Center.
So, can anybody come watch? What's the how can somebody come watch this?
Yeah, tickets are $10. Everybody's welcome. We still have tickets available. So
Okay.
go to FiresideProductionsLLC.com to get your tickets, or Pablo Center. And we're just really excited.
Yeah, I've been hearing a little bit more about it here, especially I saw the Volume 1 piece.
Yep,
I was reading about that and such. So, I mean, not to get too far ahead, you guys already thinking about like a next project? Like what from your perspective, like when you were done with the Uniroyal project, do you always think about the next one, or do you kind of take like a little bit of a break and just does it naturally come? How does that process work for you guys?
It does usually naturally come. And I remember like a week after when Rubber Hit the Road premiered, we sat down and we just started talking. And it was right around that time where Kubb started to, they're starting to talk about the tournament. And we're like, what about Kubb? And the next week we were going to Eau Claire Kubb League meeting people. It was just like in a split second we were back at it. And for this one,
We're eyeing some projects. In fact, we can't guarantee, but we may show a very early sneak preview of just a teaser of what we're thinking about at the premiere on Thursday night. Ooh. So we just want to see if there's audience interest, if we can find the ways to make it happen. But again, it's a kind of sports related story about Eau Claire, about the people who live here. And that is so important to us. Again, like, you can read about Hulk Hogan anywhere. You can check out that story anywhere. But these are our people. And so having people show up and support local filmmakers in this way is really important.
Heck yeah. There's so many, just because it's a sports thing. I mean, I mentioned the Cub Buck one. I mean, Guster Ray at Chippewa Falls. You look at, my son is named Hudson. I actually named him after a Packers player from the 40s, Don Hudson.
So cool.
And little known fact is that Don Hudson's first game was at the Northern Wisconsin State Fairgrounds when the Packers played the Chippewa Marines, and Johnny Blood McNally, a Hall of Famer, was playing with Chippewa to try to get back at the Packers. It's stories like that. It's like the local stuff that is just, I appreciate what you guys do telling those stories, because not a lot of people tell stories like that and keep that local history alive that way.
Hearing you talk about it, I mean, like, we are cut from the same cloth. I'm sure you've probably watched the whole ESPN 30 for 30 series, but all of those, just like what we're doing, it's about the people. Like, the sport is very much a part of it, but the personalities, the human interest. I mean, we want our audiences to leave feeling like they more fully understand the human heart. And the sport is the vehicle that gets us there. And
I just think it would be cool to know somebody whose maybe great grandpa played on that team, or played, and finding that local side of it too is so cool. Yes. And every time I go to the fair now I look, I'm like, dang, the Packers played there, almost 100 years ago. You start to think about that stuff a little bit too. So, again, that's really, so looking back at your upcoming one, with Kubb here too. I mentioned, what was the biggest surprise for you guys and such. Did it make you almost like become more of a fan of the activity or of the game or of the sports? Is that something? Because I feel like a lot of times when people maybe kind of go into a sport they don't know a whole lot about, and they're like, man, I've become more of a fan. Did it make you want to play more? Did it make you want to become a better Kubb player?
I can say that I'm following some of the players now, and I'm watching certain teams. I'm watching live Kubb, which I never, if you pitch me that you're going to sit down and watch live, like
streaming Kubb.
Yeah. Streaming Kubb. Yeah. I would say no, thank you. But I'm like, you're super invested in the people. You're super invested in how they're doing. And I love it.
Nice. Can you give us a little bit of a tease on maybe one favorite part of your film?
Gosh, well, there's a couple scenes, and I think I won't get into the full specifics, but it gets us choked up every time. We've probably watched this thing at least 100 times, and there are a couple moments where like we just happen to be at the right place at the right moment. It was everything's unscripted with a documentary, but this was, we didn't have any idea this scene was going to occur. We had no idea which teams would make the cage, which teams would win. We had to pick 4 teams and pray on every lucky star we had that these were the teams that were going to make it to the final matches. And sure enough, we got really lucky in that regard. But it wasn't just that. It was a moment having to do with a loss where you see someone grapple with that most difficult moment and you see the support from someone behind him, and it just gives me chills. I can't wait to share that moment.
That's awesome. You have the same one?
Oh my goodness, yeah. But it's just the connection of the people of playing the game. Like that's what speaks to me time and time again. It's just how they bond throughout the movie. And my hope is that when you go in, you're like, I don't even know what Kubb is, and then you become so invested in them and with their journey that by the end you're also crying with us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So before I let you guys go, I want to ask you, what do you envision going forward for Fireside Productions? Do you have a long-term goal? Is it kind of what you're doing now? I mean, do you want to be big, bigger? Yeah. Like what do you foresee going forward now with Fireside Productions?
Dan, do you have some investors that you need to introduce us to?
Because we're in. We're standing on business. So. I mean, that's the $1 million question. I mean, I'll just speak for myself and say, I love this. I'm kind of a writer by trade. I write nonfiction books when I'm not teaching at the university, but there's something about collaborating with someone who can do a skill that you can't do. And then you can do a thing that can help that guy out. And it's just so much more fun. We often joke, we feel like kind of factory workers. We're like, I do one shift, he does the next shift, and then you wake up and there in your email is a new cut. And it's just so exciting. So, I mean, I think that we have some exciting things ahead of us. I think so much depends on funding and support and grants and all these things. But if the world allows us to tell the stories here in Eau Claire, we want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
I can't stop doing it. My day job is in video production and storytelling, and then I get done and I want to continue doing it. So I just love it, and we're having so much fun, and just the connections that we've made, I just want to continue doing that.
Do you still want to focus? I know on your website you said like the Midwest and that. Is that still kind of the area you guys really want to focus on?
Well, it sure is convenient.
That's true, yeah.
We joke that we're both within walking distance of the Kubb National Championship pitch, and so that was half the reason we picked the topic, But the truth is, I think there's something about underrepresented stories, something about being considered flyover country here in the Midwest that really makes me want to have this chip on my shoulder kind of removed and tell people, no, there's real stuff. We are real people. We're doing great things, and I want the world to know it.
Now, because I did too see on your website pre-order for like DVDs and that too, or even order DVDs right now too?
Yep, we're taking pre-orders on DVDs, but more excitingly, we're also touring this movie around. So we'll be doing more screenings in Eau Claire.
Nice.
And La Crosse and Minnesota. We have our big premiere, and we're looking to... We've already booked a couple of shows across the country too, virtually. So
Oregon, Massachusetts. So there's a lot of cool Kubb communities out there, and also Swedish communities. And because of the Swedish lawn game part of it, I mean, they're interested. And so we are so hopeful that we have a new streaming service we've just partnered with as of yesterday that we can kind of get these across the world. It's huge in Europe, of course. So we want to get these streaming parties in every country that'll have us.
We got to get you flying across the country or, into Europe and that too, right? So
where are your investors at?
Yeah. If you're listening right now, reach out to them, right?
Yes, exactly.
You got some miles saved up, whatever it takes.
Exactly. We'll start a GoFundMe, something like that. So, Steve and BJ, again, thanks for hanging out with us for a while. This has been awesome. And again, one more plug. If anybody wants to come watch it at the Pablo Center, what's the best way to get tickets? When should they show up?
It's April 30th at Pablo. It starts at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. We're going to have Q&A. We're going to have live Kubb demos right before. We have a huge backdrop. Get your photo taken. It's going to be a real red carpet kind of affair. Nice. We're really excited about it. So get your tickets at Fireside Productions, our website, or through Pablo Center. $10. Can't beat it with a stick. And we just want to fill that thing.
That's awesome. Hopefully I didn't ruin the surprise either. So if you're listening, I'm sorry, buddy. But now the pressure's on him, though, too.
Yes,
to do
he's
this.
actually helping us sell our DVDs that night. So he'll be cool with it. Don't worry.
Perfect. Guys, best of luck. And thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with us for a while.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks for having us, Dan.